Welcome to Miss Dragon's Menagerie. Everyone is welcome, everyone is accepted. The only requirement is that you are loving, kind, and respectful to one another. Bad behavior will not be tolerated. I'm here, hold on. I just had to bend over and pick some stuff up off the floor. Holy shit, this seat is cold. Oh, welcome. Hey, Seventh, how goes it? Had to pick up a muscle relaxant up off the floor and a knife I got for the 9-year-old. I got it for the poor kid. Can't find anything that says Carly. So she got one that says Kathy. But I said, I'll get it for you. It's there we go. Mount Rainier from the souvenir shop. I said, I'll get it for you, but you will not be taking it to school. Because her brother got one last year. And I hate blowing my nose in a hurry. Because air comes through my duct and then the mucus ends up on my stuck to my contact. And the keyboard is still not in place where it should be. Gotta get it out from underneath my feet. The basket's on the cord, so it keeps moving it around. I am not organized today at all. In the least. Not in the least. Oh, that's still on my eyeball. But yeah. It was supposed to be sunny this afternoon. So I left the curtain open. It's colder in here. I didn't have time to get that started. I got that one and this one going, so I'll be all right for about an hour. So, hey, Jerry, how goes it? I just put up a thing on TikTok because who knows what's going to happen with that. That's still on my contact. It's going to bug me. If we keep it or not. But that all people got to do is Google Miss Dragon and they'll find me on Clapper. I haven't gone to Minds in ages. I don't even know if it exists anymore. I don't know. But Gab, haven't been there in ages either. Yeah, I'm pretty easy to find for those people who are on TikTok. Oh, that's nice and warm. Oh, my hands are so cold. I haven't done squat this morning. Well, I mean, I did my exercises and got ready, and I am such a deep sleeper. Daughter came home this morning, because she's typically at work at 4, so she's up early. And yeah, there's a lot of places I jumped on and just to take the name first, and then never really went back to. So, like BitChute, like iConnects, and I don't think I'm Miss Dragon on Brighton. I think I pretty much lost that. I think I had it, and I don't know which email I used, so I think I pretty much lost that name there. But I'm pretty easy to find. But she rearranged her bedroom, and her bedroom is right below ours because it's the bigger bedrooms. I didn't hear a thing. She changed out dressers. She moved her bed around, vacuumed. I didn't hear a thing. I slept all the way through it. So, which is kind of handy because now when she does move out, I gave her my mom's dresser. It's a nice solid wood dresser because she'd been using my baby dresser. It's the one I had since I was a baby. It's 58 years old. Solid dresser. I love that dresser. I in turn painted it black. Imagine that. Everything's black around here. I painted it black. And then put like little shiny metallic looking knobs on it. And but as a kid, I would pull out the drawers just a little bit and use it as a step ladder to get on top and say put up posters or whatever. It's sturdy. Well, for 102 pounds, when I weighed 102 pounds, I'd consider it sturdy. So, but underneath those paint, there's some 58-year-old stickers, like nursery rhyme stickers that were on it, that mother put on it when they got me from the adoption agency. So I'll get that one back, and maybe I'll bring it up here and get rid of this one. I can't decide. That's a dresser. I can't decide. It's got 6 drawers. It had a fish tank on it for years, and so it's now kind of veneered particle board. So there's some spots that are coming undone. But I missed that tank. 45-gallon show tank. So basically, it was a 45 tall. God damn, that was a pretty tank. But I don't miss all the work the fish took. At one point in time, we had 7 tanks going. And we thought, it's Christmas. Let's make some Christmas candy. Let's make some divinity. No, couldn't do that. There was too much humidity in the house from 7 fish tanks running. We're like, hours later going, this is not setting up. This isn't doing what it's supposed to do. And then dawned on us, it's the fish tanks. So we just ate it runny. I ain't letting sugar go to waste. Forget that. But, hold on. I've got to figure a different way for this bucket to be underneath my feet. But, I haven't even thought of a thing to talk about. But tomorrow, I think I will release that video that I showed you guys yesterday with the QR codes and everything on them. I'll put it like here, TikTok. Definitely want to get it on TikTok in case it goes to shit on Sunday. And put it on Instagram. I mean, I don't want anything that's going to red flag the IRS, for fuck's sakes. That's for sure. But a little bit of help is a little bit of help. And it's like I've got one. I haven't looked recently. This is just something I took a snapshot of the other day. I haven't looked to see. Let's see if I can find it first. There's a couple things I'm going to put up here. Where did I go? I sent it to myself. Okay. Now it's open. Present. Let's see. Share screen. Window. Yeah. I mean, just one of the videos. 45 or 41,000. I don't know what it is now, but yeah, just one of them. So the tiniest little handful, to actually respond would be great. But that's just one video. I think the one on Threads has the one where it says that I have cancer. I let people know, because I'm going to be gone for a while. That in itself on Threads has 5,000 views. So, can't hurt to put it out there. But when I was checking my email yesterday, because what did I need to check my email for? Oh, to make a Nintendo account. I saw this, not exactly sure. Oh, here we go. No, not that one, Nagnamit. There we go. There we go. Let's see if I can go look at it and read it. Where did it go? Yeah, I've reached 375,000 views, I guess, for my YouTube channel. So, I mean, granted, I want to say at least 10,000 views went to my Robin Williams album that I put up like the day after he crossed. Because at that point, that album was not, it was out of print. So, yeah, it's not, since then they've put it back into circulation. But when we crossed, it was his very first album, and it was out of print. You couldn't find it. I mean, I've got my copy, but I'm the record player I have for it. Yeah, no. The one record player we still have, and I'm pretty sure would work if I got a needle, is still runs on, what do you call it? Tubes. It's that old. It still runs on tubes. So, vacuum tubes. It's back in the days when, what was it, the meme I saw? Flat screens are nice and all, but nothing could be as cool as your, what did they say? TV, radio, and cocktail bar cabinet all in one. And so, hey, Sandy. So, yeah, I mean, those were back in the days when we had those big, huge consoles, and mine has the record player and the AM/FM radio and tubes. So now, right now, all it is a nice little stand, an antique-looking stand for a flat screen TV. So, hey, Kristen, how you doing? Goose, let's go. Okay, just keep the door shut. So, hold on, I gotta feel this cord real quickly. I'm gonna have to turn this thing off for a while until I get cold. Hey, Ben, how goes it? So, yeah, I'm not sure. Evidently, 375,000 views, I guess, is a milestone on YouTube. I don't know. So I might put that up in my comment section. I'm glad you're here. I was just commenting how tomorrow I'm going to put out that video asking for a little bit of help. Of course, I said $5. Just need $5. What's payable to do? $10. Like you little stink pot. So I'm getting closer. I'm like 16, almost 1,700 hours, and I need 3,000 to go. Members. So, but I do know one of the first decals I'm going to make is the little personal emojis is going to be a little dragon. Not that one that looks like a lizard snake thing that we have on regular emojis. But yeah, that's one of the first things I'm going to do. I'm not going to make them expensive, for God's sakes. There's no need to. It's ridiculous. It's just kind of like something I can tell you, my granddaughter, hey, Nana was monetized on YouTube when you were little, which would be better than a lot of kids. If some of these women have kids and those kids have children, they won't have to go, oh, look, your Nana was on OnlyFans. Yeah, I'm a dick. But yeah, I mean, it won't be, what did you look like when you were younger, Nana? I can show me fully dressed. So some of these women now, so I got my independence. I can do whatever I want. I'm gonna put my nudes out there to get paid for. It's like, really? You can do anything you want now. You have equality. And you're basically doing the oldest profession in the world. Yep. Yeah. Feminism has got us in the wrong spot. That's just my attitude, though. Yeah. But most of these people aren't gonna have kids anyway. Some of them, they may not even want to, but thanks to the thanks to the food industry, they might not even have a chance without them even knowing it. So they died. They banned Red 3, FDA did. Now they need to ban Red 4. They need to ban all the artificial dyes, period. Cut and dry. I mean, it's not in here, it's in there. I have a lipstick or a lip gloss, kind of a red lip gloss that, it came with the warning that it was made up from these little crushed up beetles. Well, I would prefer, I mean, it's sad that the beetles had to die and everything, but it's natural as to prefer to, like, red dye 40 is petroleum based. It's made from petroleum. I'm like, ew, that's gross. So I have motor oil basically on my Cheetos. No, Cheetos doesn't have red dye 40. I think they have that orange. But Skittles, M&Ms have that red dye stuff. So, oh yeah, exactly. It needs to. All of those artificial dyes need to go. Yellow. I forget what number yellow is. But it causes mood swings in children. So, I think all dyes need to go. The kids have. And I need to order a new box. Otter Pops, 100% juice. Basically, they're apple juice, and no dyes whatsoever. They're gummy bears, which I didn't realize until too late. Organic, no dyes. You know, each little tiny bag of Black Forest organic gummy bears, 25% of your daily allowance of sugar. The sugar's off the chart on that thing. So they're allowed at the most 4 packages. After school, they only get 2. But yeah, I was like, holy shit, I thought I was doing something really good. Got to read the fine print no matter what. So, and there's 17,000 doctors as of the other day that put their name in so that the Senate wouldn't approve RFK Jr. Now they need to release that list of those 17,000 doctors so none of us can go there. Because, so you want to look like Christy Brinkley? Do tell us when you do. I do want to see it. I'm a dick, like I said. Who went to Rosette? Thank you, Sandy. Went to a hospital show. I know the kid who played the younger daughter's boyfriend went to the show that has Sheldon in it. Big Bang. He went to there. But oh, okay. God, I haven't seen Brother Where Art Thou in so many years. Hey, Brazzy. So I don't know exactly. The only thing I remember about Brother Brother Where Art Thou is it was made after was it the Iliad or the Odyssey? I think it's the Odyssey. Fashioned after the Odyssey. Homer's Odyssey. And that song. That's about all I remember from the movie. Are you thinking of Clooney? When I was younger, I thought his mother was Rosemary Clooney. It's not. His father was CIA. Okay, yeah. What the hell was that? Shit. I remember that hospital show. Was it just called ER? Yeah, George Clooney. Yeah, I thought he was Rosemary Clooney's kid, and he's not. He's the CIA. I guess the CIA is his dad, something like that. But oh, Rick Springfield. Yeah, I remember Rick Springfield in General Hospital. Yeah, I watched soap operas when there was nothing else to watch in the summertime and you weren't feeling good. Could only Price is Right was only on from 10 to 11, and then after that it was The Young and the Restless from 11 to 12, and then All My Children from 12 to 1. And I think what the hell was in between? What's this doing? Oh, low heart rate, 42. Yay! But I took my meds, so because General Hospital didn't come on from 2 till 3, and you remember Demi Moore in General Hospital? The Gong Show. Oh God, yes. What it was it? And that movie about Rick Barris is not true. He did something. Guiding Light. There you go. Guiding Light. He did some work, but not the way the movie portrayed about Rick Barris. I had someone text. No, well, I think it was instant message back then, before texting was a thing. AOL Instant Messenger. I was talking about Chuck Berry, but the person on the other end, who was a friend that I worked with, called him Chuck Barris, and I gave him shit. He goes, "I knew it the minute I hit send." I mean, hey Rick, how's it going? What was it? Dance. We had like a 2 week of a dance. We called it a dance convention. That's what it was called in Portland when I was younger, because I took dance class from kindergarten up through my senior year of high school. And one of the kids that was there, he was on the Gong Show, and this was back in. So if I was allowed to leave to do that, to go that far away without any parents, I had to have been in, either early high school, so 81 or whatever. Every time the rerun would play, he would get a royalty check of $250. He didn't win, but he'd still get a royalty check every time that episode played. And who was it? I don't know if anybody remembers, Oingo Boingo. Oingo Boingo was on the Gong Show. Another World. And then there was that one. These are the days of our lives. But there's one that Keith's grandma listened to. Started out as soap opera. Started out listening to on the radio, and started watching it on the TV when it showed up on the TV. Oh my God, yes, The Unknown Comic. Yep, and it was so gross watching Chuck Barris. He just about drooled on everything he started talking about. Oh, that was the one thing that just wigged me out and stuck with me for. It was gross. Gotta turn as the world turns. I don't even know how many of the. I know one of them. I think the one that ran the longest, like Keith's grandma watched or listened to on the radio, I think is done. So, and you can just pretty much plan out your day. And then I remember I was babysitting when the royal wedding happened with Princess Diana. So there wasn't shit to watch that day either, because it was on all the channels. So, oh my God. Yeah, I hear you, Kristen. I hear you. He was higher than a kite. Good God. I don't even know if he's still alive anymore. But TV in the 80s. What were I? Oh, I don't know if y'all watch this, or well, now that Motor Trend's going to shit, they're shutting down, which I am not happy about. Derek Bury, Vice Grip Garage. He started out on YouTube, went to Motor Trend, and then those assholes decided they were going to shut Motor Trend down. And oh man, he did like a garage find, and he found a Studebaker. And I was telling Keith, I said, "Oh my God." When I learned about Studebakers and how, was watching Happy Days, because Mr. Cunningham drove a black Studebaker sedan. So when I saw that come out on Vice Grip Garage, I'm like, it's not black. I guess it had been painted, but I expected it to be black. So, ow, this gets hot. My oath bracelet gets hot in the heat. But TV shows taught us a lot. That's what Gilligan's Island taught me about a tsunami. Didn't know how to spell it, but I knew what it was. Oh, wow. Are they supposed to go on unpaved roads? I know escorts don't do too well if you hit from pavement to gravel at 65 miles an hour. Yeah, that was I was in trouble for that one. No. You stole the margarine? Ew, that stuff's like one molecule away from plastic. I did not keep those glasses in here. And I remember Frank Zappa. He is 100% correct. The Hollywood is the entertainment arm of the CIA. He is completely correct. So, yeah. Remember pancake breakfast at church? Or oh God, yes. God forbid mother gained any weight. That's why I have a whole box full of petite, small clothing downstairs in the basement. I have to donate so I can get rid of it because her clothes, she was a teacher, so there were, higher end clothes. But nobody nowadays, thanks to big food, really fits into a petite, small. So yeah, I'm just gonna donate it, and then some little kid wants to play business dress up day when they're like 12, they could probably fit into it. But yeah. God, the Steve Allen show. I saw reruns because I was born in '66. But, I always enjoyed catching the old reruns of Dean Martin's roasts. Those were good. Those were hilarious. Also, growing up, I thought Carol Burnett and Vicky. Shoot. Those two, I thought those two were sisters. They're not. Vicki Lawrence? Maybe. I think that's it. Yeah. I grew up, I thought those two were sisters. No. Yeah, okay, I was right. It's born in 61, graduated in 1980. I was born in 66 and graduated in 84. I was 17 when I graduated. I was like the baby of the class. So I also got out of class one more credit than technically you're supposed to be able to get max out of school, because I took nighttime French class so I could get my 2 years of French. So I would hit my requirements to go into a university, so I could pretty much flunk out of a university and go to a community college. Yep. My grade point average at Eastern Washington University was 1.11. I immediately got yanked home. Yeah. They were good comedians. What were we talking about? Match Game. We were talking about, I guess there's some on regular TV, which I don't even have an antenna. And there's like an old game show channel. And we were talking about Match Game and piss up a rope. Then I remembered his name. The announcer, Gene Rayburn. There we go. And how that was a little risque, or at least for us kids watching it going, oh my, Nowadays, they'd probably pitch a fit about things that were talked about, like, was it not the honeymooners, but Newlywed, the Newlywed Game. Nowadays, yeah, that wouldn't be acceptable either to watch the Newlywed Game. I remember watching that going, oh okay. All right. Young enough, you're like, yeah, you don't even have a clue what they're talking about, but you laugh because they laugh. I mean, Smothers Brothers, yes. What was it? Laughing. And shit, I can see her face. Lily Tomlin. 1 ringy dingy, 2 ringy dingy. Hee haw. Oh God. Yeah. You see that and you listen to some of those songs on when they got like one's back to them and they're singing and they're talking about their relationships back and forth, and then they were gone. You're listening to them going, oh shit. There's a lot of things. I go back and watch the old shows, especially Mork and Mindy, you're going, oh, that went over my head as a kid. I didn't quite understand it, but I do now. I mean, oh yeah. I miss actual TV, not the shit they got going on nowadays. I mean, for entertainment, I've been watching Alpha Central. I'm sick of the news. So, watching these women, well, I want a 6-figure man. I'm going, honey, you need to at least get your weight down below 6 figures here, darling, because you're too big. This big woman, well, they have to be so tall. And I'm like looking at her going, excuse me, you want somebody to... No. But I forget who Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell's daughter is. I don't keep track of this stuff. I see it once in a while and I go, oh, that's right. That's her parents. But the only one I ever remembered was Sean Astin. Or was that his dad's name? The only one I remember. The guy who played Samwise Gamgee. Or the poor guy who died in Stranger Things. The only reason I remember who the parents are is because his dad was the original Gomez on the Addams Family. And yeah, I can't remember what her name is either. Can roughly see the face. But yeah, he was and his mom's Patty Duke and his dad's the original Gomez from the Addams Family. And I was like, that's the only reason I remembered, because I was an Addams Family nut. Kate Hudson, there you go. Yep, that's it. Yeah, I was an Addams Family nut, so I knew. That's why I remember. There's anybody remember Night Court? I want to find where that's playing and watch those again. Those were great. Austin plays the guy who married the judge's mother, and the judge asked him, I take it you're not because he said, well, I met your mother at the hospital, medical hospital. And he goes, I take it you were not part of the staff? And he goes, no. He goes, but I'm much better now. And I'm like going, oh God. And he had that friend that had a goldfish, and the friend didn't talk. Yeah. Oh, I'm glad he locked his keys in. Oh, wow. God, I remember Rhoda. I think that was, the big ERA days and the early feminist days, back in there, yeah. Oh, yeah. Um, God, having to get the old, you can't even do it anymore, the old wire hanger to unlock a door anymore. I don't even know if Slim Jims still work. One day I locked my keys in the car in the Mercury Sable, and I left the windows down because it was warm. I don't want them to bust. And no one wants to steal anything out of a Mercury Sable anyway. I locked him in the car. We had the boys full cart of groceries, and I'm like, oh shit. You can see my keys, and I'm like, oh. I'm like, I don't want to have to call and pull him out of work to rescue my ass at Walmart for my own stupidity. Oh God, Mel's Diner, Lily, no. Shit. That was Flo with the Kiss My Grits. And Alice, can't think of her last name. But so I'm sitting there scrambling, trying to figure out. Luckily, and those in what was it? I don't maybe remember what year, 93 or whatever. Your Mercury Sable, you had your window controls and your lock flush, flat. So I took out the wire. There's about that wide, not very sturdy, but the wire that's in your windshield wipers, I pulled that out of my windshield wiper and had to sit there and maneuver it to finally get it in the right spot. I could hit it and unlock the door to get in. And then I had to go back into Walmart and buy another windshield wiper. But I got back into my car. Yeah, there was no way I was going to admit it first when I got home. I thought, I'm just not going to say nothing. Not going to say nothing. The boys walked in. Mom locked her keys in the car. And I'm like, really? Thanks a lot. He's like, how did you lock your keys? I don't know. I said, you take these two grocery shopping with you at Walmart and tell me you're not going to lock your keys in the car. Oh, that's cool. There's enough weight. Yeah. So thanks for stopping by, Jerry. I'm glad you did. Yeah. I had to sit there, and I did basically the same thing with that little tiny wire out of my windshield wipers, but me and windshield wipers just don't get along. Got up to the top of the pass this spring, hitting the windshield wipers. I'm going, how come one side's working really good, but the other side's not? And I'm looking at it, and I'm watching it, and I'm going, well, shit. The driver's side, I forgot to take off the protective plastic, the packaging plastic. So it wasn't even hitting the window, just a little piece of plastic. And I'm like, pull over on I-90, get out of the car, pull that off, get back in. Mm-mm. Ooh, yeah. Uh, daughter's Honda won't auto start if the other key fob's in the car. I said, well, that makes sense. Because we're trying to figure out, because my car, if I have a check engine light on, it won't auto start. So I'm like going, oh shit, is your car running okay? We're trying to figure out. She comes home. Yeah, it's because the other key fob was in the car. Well, that's a good safety measure. Not something I would have thought of, but it's still a good safety measure. Yeah. But I found out also that if your doors are open, but even if you hit lock, you can hit auto start too. I mean, I guess it would be okay because in the summertime it turns the air conditioner on, so you can push out all of the hot air. Maybe I don't know, but I love the fact that I have auto start. It's one of the first world problems. If I ever have to get another car, I want auto start and I want heated seats. I'm too old to sit there without heated seats. I mean, the ex he was telling me, have we checked the weather yet? No, we don't obsessively start checking the weather for the drive over until like 2 days before, because depending on how much they want to ride in our sky, what kind of weather we're going to get. And he says, okay, well, the expedition's full and ready to go with gas. And I'm thinking, I don't want to drive that if I don't have to. Hey, Suspicious, how goes it? Holy shit. I know if you put a 9-volt in your pocket with a lint, it will shock the ever-living shit right out of you if it touches both sides. Man, don't stare, please. Guys, do not watch your food cook in the microwave, please. It brings cataracts, allegedly. It makes them form faster. So don't watch your food spin round and round. Just walk away. I mean, I try not to use mine unless I absolutely have to. No, I'm not a fan of it. I mean, they've already got, on that same principle, crowd deterrence. So you're slowly, you start feeling really warm and yucky, and that's when they're using it. As a nice little crowd deterrent for mobs and riots and whatever. So, the things I learned when I'm tired of watching the news. It's like, oh, this is random. Let's learn this one. I still got to remember to turn this on at nighttime. See what I get. Ooh. But before I do that, maybe I should bring the Ouija board up here. I've got one of the old suckers that are black with the blue hermit cover. It's black and it says Freud, whatever it is, Froud, whatever it is who did it, and then the black hermit and the lantern, or black background, blue hermit and the lantern, and $2 at a yard sale. The planchette didn't have a needle. The next summer, right on my bedroom floor. Why? I don't know. I had it in my room because I told the boys you ain't playing with it. You guys could, perfect brass nail to fit the planchette perfectly. It's downstairs. Yeah. Oh, I know. And when you're a good person, and a lot of the toxic people just run you right over. It's just like, people wonder why I don't go anywhere. I can pick up on it, and it's just like, no, I'm done. I can't do this. So, yeah. That's okay, Kristen. Take care of her. Give her our love. Yeah, I'll be back tomorrow too. Yeah, today's Wednesday. Hell, I'll even be here Friday and Monday. And probably early Tuesday. Because Wednesday, we got to head out. So, yep, 1:20 p.m. And I didn't realize until Mark Way just pointed it out on the East Coast, it's 4:20. I was like, well, this is the perfect time. Daughter, at that point, she was working evenings and afternoons. So, okay, she's gone. Daycare kids aren't here. That's when I get maximum amount of Wi-Fi. So I'm just going to do it at this time. So, but that's so stupid, Ben. It's gonna have to get it off the streets if need be. And that's scary though nowadays. Or go to a different state that allows it. Doesn't Oregon allow it? I mean, yeah. I hear you, suspicious. But oddly enough, something told me this summer that and that was before I found out everything's going on, that the sand's running out of my hourglass faster than I had thought I was going to be. So, I've never done them. I see enough shit without being on anything that I don't need something that's going to give. No thanks. What was it? I've been seeing lately the last couple of days little black wisps around my ankles. Standing there talking with daughter this morning, I thought the cat rubbed against the back of my leg, and there's no cat in sight. So I was like, okay, alrighty. And usually they only hang around for about 2 weeks after they've crossed. And so, yep, no fear. Yep, eyes open, no fear. Always check your 6. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it's Larry. But they only last for about 2 weeks. My golden stuck around for 2 weeks. And then he was gone. Daughter was going to go make a stop at the Goodwill, so I sent her with Bradley's blanket. I said, it's perfectly good. It's taking up space. You know, someone down at the Goodwill does not need to know that person that had it decided to Control Alt Delete. So, yeah. Ah. At least when you look in the mirror, you think you will if you're on those. But oh yeah, residual energy is big time real. Every now and then I'll hear kind of like shuffling in the kitchen, and this groan, and I'm pretty sure it's the old man, because I said there's an old man and a little girl here, and it's the old man getting up. And I never remember exactly what time it is, but it's usually in the morning, and it's just like he's just staggering to the kitchen. So, and this house is very, very happy, I guess you could say. The energy is light and everything if you start playing music from the 40s, or start playing, Glenn Miller, some Rat Pack, stuff like that. The energy level, the type of energy in this house raises quite a bit. It really likes it. So does the cabin. It was built in the 40s, but yeah, it really likes. And so yeah, I get up there and I'll play it, and I'll talk to. I know something's there, because when I brought the 9-year-old when she was about 3, I'm looking out the window at Keith down by the fire. We're upstairs, and I hear, "Hey there." I turn around and nobody's up there in that loft area, or that upstairs area, which is basically just you go up the stairs and it's one big level, with 4 beds. And I'm like, okay, Keith's there. No, her mom shouldn't be here yet. It's way too early. And then I'm like, oh shit, they're zeroing in on that child's energy. She's telling me the other day, she says, I'm going to ask her about it again too. There was a guy, she says, there's an old guy in a suit that I see at the house now and then. And they moved into this house 4 years ago now. And I don't know. There's them. There's the lady that lived there before them. And I know one of the kids is his class, their classmate lived there for a while, but I don't know the full history on that house. So, oh, there's a lot more than what we can see here. Yeah, I probably will. So far, it hasn't been negative. So her mother just tells her it's nothing, and I'm like, going, no, don't ever lose that. There's too many people will just, well, it's nothing, and then they forget how to use that gift. And my my granddaughter's mother, we were down at the farm, and she went into the house and she asked, "Who's that little girl?" I'm like going, "What little girl?" She says, "The one that ran into the room over there." And I'm, none. My sister-in-law is, let's see, 68. She lives there by herself. So we're like, I don't know. I mean, and Keith's aunt died when she's in her teens. So it wasn't her. That's the first thing we asked. Well, did it look like the gal in the picture on the wall? She's like, no. And I'm like, okay, don't know. But yeah, nah, I picked this house because of the energy I felt. The house across the street, went and looked at a house one time years ago when we were house hunting in Yakima. Before we moved out here, I walked into a house, really cute. I don't know how to describe it. It had like a A-frame kind of top, but it's kind of swooped this way. It was okay. It's only a 2-bedroom. That was one of the big problems, but it had a basement. Well, maybe we can work with the basement. I walked downstairs and I looked around and I went, no, absolutely not. I want outside now. You know, I mean, it would have been a nice investment, but I got down there and went, nope, this isn't right. Absolutely not. Nope. So, the house is gone now. Ma Lookalani's house. She died a couple years before we started dating, but I gave him the perfect description of what she looks like. I said, "You guys are in the yard. She's watching you. She's watching you work on her yard." She was a short little Italian woman. She either would have a floral, they wore them back then, the button up long shirt dresses, or an apron. She always had one of those on. And I was describing him, and he's like going, because, but she was dead before. I said, I know, but I've seen her. So yeah, if I leave jewelry around for too long, it's gone. It's gone for a week. The little girl walks off with it. So I have to have my rings in a little container with the lid, or they're gone. So, though that would be wonderful, seventh. Hopefully she did. So he's not left wandering around. Yeah, there are some, because I grew up with one. And let me tell you, if I was up watching Saturday Night Live on a weekend and it's after midnight, she'd be standing in the doorway watching me like it's time to go to bed. Because my room that I had was the one she passed away in. So, and you could hear her at night shuffling from room to room to make sure everybody's asleep. And I haven't asked Pat if she's still there or not since Dad died. Oh, mine. Yeah, I know. My family, both sides, adoptive and birth, are from the Wallace area of Idaho. My uncle came up one time not knowing exactly in the early, around the Depression, not knowing exactly what all the hotels were for in Wallace. Said he got to one and looked around and said, "Well, I can't stay here because I won't be getting any sleep." All the brothels that were there. So last one closed in '88. The Oasis. That's what kept that town alive during the Depression was the brothels. 5-cent towel tax when they washed their laundry. So, if you ever seen Dante's Peak, it sucks for a movie. No, but if you ever watch it, the town that they're filming in, that mountain is not there. No, that's Wallace, Idaho, and you see a lot of Wallace Corner. And that gym that they have that big meeting in, the big city meeting, whatever, they show in that movie. That was my, well, she's retired now. Jesus Christ, she's got to be at least 90. That was her gym when she was teaching in Osborne, Idaho. They kicked her out of the gym so they could film it. So PE had to be outside. There wasn't a choice. They took it over. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yep. I couldn't find my meds one day, and I'm scrambling, trying to find my meds, and I'm finally, I'm asking, I go in the bedroom and I said, "Would you guys please give it back to me?" I had my back to the bed, and I hear it clink, and so I'm, what is that sound? I turn around, and it's one of the shorter, rounder things. It was in my makeup bag with my perfume, and that's what clinked together. Is when it hit the glass jar. Yeah, I'll have to ask the house to give me some things back. So, I know one time I had medicine I couldn't find, and I'm like, it's back then when the doctor would give me Xanax, and I'd take one or two. I never took it like I was supposed to. I just took a PRN when I just wanted to space out and not pay attention at work. But I couldn't find it, and then I had to ask the house, and all of a sudden it's leaning up against my recliner. I'm like, yeah, it was not there a second ago. Before I asked the house, can I have my meds back? So, on that note, guys, I will leave you thinking about things that go missing in your house. But I'll be back tomorrow. So, before I forget, all my love, Miss Dragon. I will catch you all on the flip side. All right, where'd that thing go? There we go. Beep. Thank you for being part of Miss Dragon's menagerie. I hope you enjoyed your stay. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. All my love, Miss Dragon.